Okay, so moving on to question 2 of the project. So in this question, we're to assume that the wire strength is distributed as a log normal with mu equal to 2 and sigma equal to 1. Notice I didn't say with mean equal to 2 and standard deviation equal to 1, because that's not what mu and sigma stand for in the log normal distribution. Look back at your notes. Remember the equations for the mean and standard deviation based off of mu and sigma for the log normal distribution. Okay, so we're to simulate 1,000 random samples for each wire. Okay, so there's 4 wires. So it's asking us to simulate 1,000 for each of those 4 wires. Notice, we're simulating data for the wire, not for the cable. That's a very important distinction in this project as you're reading through it. Understand what a cable is, right? So we have 20 cables, but then each cable is made up of 4 wires. So understand the difference between a cable and a wire, okay? And then once we've simulated our wires, we'll figure out the cable strength, same way we did in question number 1, and then we'll estimate these 4 items again. Alright, so before we do this, I'm going to, maybe I would have put all my answers in this first sheet for question number 1. So I'm going to rename that question number 1 by double-clicking on sheet, okay? I'm going to rename that to be question 1. Okay, I'm going to move to sheet 2. I'm going to double-click on that and name this question 2. That's just to help us when we're going back and looking at your Excel file. Everything's nice and organized. All your answers to question 1 could be in here. All your answers to question 2 could be in here. Alright, so I can actually just take this heading area, okay, copy and paste it into this second sheet, or this question 2 sheet. So to copy it, I highlighted it, and then I pressed Control-C. And then to paste it, I pressed Control-V. Okay. So I'm double-clicking on this, on these little invisible lines, and that resizes the cell width. So I need to generate 1,000 samples. So I'm going to have 1,000 cable IDs. So if I type 1 and then 2, and then if I highlight this, 1 and 2, Excel will count for me automatically, so I don't have to type 1 through 1,000. So you see that down there it says 20, okay, so it'll go to 20, right? So I just need to drag it down all the way till it goes to 1,000, right? Let's see. So make sure you're grabbing, when you do grab it, you're grabbing the bottom right-hand corner. It's the point where that little cross shows up. Okay, so I'll go down to 50 for this example, and so when you're doing the project, you'll go down to 1,000. Okay, so now I need to generate my data, and down here at the bottom, I told you how to generate data if you're using Excel. Okay, so just highlight that function. And we'll write equals, and then I meant highlight and copy. So I highlighted it, then I pressed Control-C, and I pressed equals, and I said Control-V. So now here I have the function, and if I just press Enter, there it goes. There it is. Okay, I can drag this to be all 4 wires. Okay, and then I can highlight all 4 of those wires now, and double-click, and it'll automatically go down to the bottom. So if you had 1,000, it would have gone down to 1,000. Okay, now you're ready to estimate your cable strengths using the min times 4, same thing you did in number 1. And you'll estimate each of these 4 items again. Now you'll notice that every time you get an answer, it's going to change, right? Because these numbers are randomly generated and they'll change every time. That's fine. That they change every time. Just when you're writing your Word document, pick an answer, put it in as your solution, and there you go. Basically, the way I'm testing whether or not you've done it right is using a confidence interval. I've used a different sort of simulation to create a confidence interval such that 95% of you will have solutions within this confidence interval that I've created. Okay, and then if your solution is outside of that confidence interval, then I'll definitely need to look further into your project to understand what happened.